This is Ace at the Plate on WCWPSports.org.
Doug, what's going on, man?
Oh my God, today has been quite the intense afternoon, my man. 4 o'clock, we just hit the deadline and we're live right now. We're bringing you updates on everything that's going around the league. The MLB is heating up, and I can't believe what we've seen today, especially with the Mets.
I am I'm in a complete and utter shock, honestly. I really am in shock.
Your eyes are glassed over, man. I'm looking at this.
Dude,
this looks like a war-torn soldier over here. What's going on?
We have so much to talk about today with the Mets deadline that it's crazy. So the Mets acquired Jay Bruce, and we're gonna talk about his fit in there. But what are you thinking about it? First thoughts off the hand. What do you think? What is the deal? Because I thought it was Nimmo and Herrera.
It's trying to put a left glove on your right hand, man.
Yeah.
It does not make sense. There's no fit. You're already adding to the problems right now. But, I can talk on days about this, but we'll get to it soon enough.
Yeah. So the thing is, I first read it. There's a lot of the deadline just ended 3 minutes ago. So we need to really
And it's still trickling in right now. It's information coming off of the different websites, Twitters, all social media. Right now we're starting to see the reckoning of that's going around the league right now. It's transforming, and unfortunately, it seems like the Mets have gone in the negative type of way.
The show, the show today is going to be so strange, and it's going to be different than the ones in the past because, just like the information's coming live, we know as much as you know. That's basically it. All we have is Twitter. Everything comes out.
And hot takes all day.
Yeah, everything comes out so late. But just to confirm, Nimmo is staying on the Mets, right? Nimmo's staying on the Mets, and Herrera is going. And I think this is just a huge mistake. I really do.
So wait, we're gonna be talking about this trade. You want to do this? It seems like right now on your hearts.
I think it was such a bad idea because Walker. Let's look on to next year. I know it's this year. First of all, Bruce is not that great. All right, I'm going out on a limb here. I don't think he was worth Dilson. I would have rather swapped him for even maybe Smith. Call me crazy. I'm that high on him. But listen, it's not because they gave up Dilson. The point is, if they gave up Dilson for Lucroy, I would just suck it up, right? I would suck it up and be like, okay, this is good. We really need this piece.
It addresses a great need for the team.
But the problem is that they didn't do that. It was for Jay Bruce, who doesn't really fit on this team, man. We already have Grandy and Wright. Well, this is going to create a whole situation of who is starting where. When is Conforto playing this year? What's going to happen? Because now you have Nimmo here, and so now you got to assume you're going to play Nimmo every day because he's a center fielder, right? Conforto isn't. Are you going to play Grandy now? Because, Bruce is going to be playing right, and I've been hearing that Grandy and Conforto are going to platoon center field. What is this? This is garbage. Just because they signed him for $60 million, listen, he's getting older now. He can't play center field every day. I don't know who.
There's a reason why the Yankees 4 years ago transitioned him over, man. His knees are fucking done.
I like Grandy, but he's just not that type of player anymore. He's not that type of guy who should start every day, especially if you're going to do it at the cost of a young kid. And this is why I don't like Terry Collins. And this is why whoever the next manager is, I hope they embrace this philosophy that, the game needs to get a little younger here. And just because Granderson's the veteran doesn't mean he's going to give you the better stats. And you just know that Terry's just going to play Granderson. Listen, I love Granderson. I really do. But no, he's not in the time to be starting. He's getting older anyway. He's got to be on the bench. There's just, I don't know. The thing is, we're just speculating here. I'm just hearing this from sources.
You're so emotional right now, man.
I really am upset.
Let's take a step back and let's provide some framework for our listeners out there. So right now, Jay Bruce of the Cincinnati Reds was a left fielder who got traded to the Mets. There was a framework in place for the Mets to trade Brandon Nimmo, who is their 5th overall prospect from the minor leagues, who also plays center field, 23 years old. And in AAA, he's been hitting around 365 with a little bit of power. But the problem is you can't look at those numbers with a straight face because when you're playing in Las Vegas in that thin air, 365 makes the balls not break whatsoever, and the guy can hit every single ball outside the park. When he's been in the majors in 60 plate appearances, he's hitting about 230. So Brandon Nimmo, we still got on the team. But what happened was that there was a little hiccup in the process today. We saw that the Mets We're trying to trade 2 young minor leaguers, very low-level A players that were not going to make an impact upon the roster. One of those players ended up having a faulty medical record. So what happened is that the Cincinnati Reds balked at the price, and they demanded even more. So instead of giving up Brandon Nimmo, who maybe could be best a fourth outfielder, maybe a center fielder who is known for his defense, that is only it. And instead, since he was pulled out, they said, okay, let's ask for a higher price. Bring in Dilson Herrera, a future all-star. Literally across the league, all the pundits say that this prospect is the future MVP, not MVP, but of this team. He is going to be an all-star. And we're going to build around a core of Dilson Herrera at second. Shortstop is going to be Ahmed Rosario. And at first base, Dom Smith, which is something that the Mets fans can look forward to even if things do not pan out this year or next year. So now let's get to the trade itself and Jay Bruce's impact upon the team. Jay Bruce, as a player himself, the guy mashes balls. He's a left-handed hitter. He was having awful years between 2014 2015, where the guy was hitting around 220. He still had the power, but that was after a knee surgery. Now that he's on his prime performance right now, the guy's hitting 265. He's up to 26 home runs now, 80-something RBIs.
Yeah.
The guy is Yoenis Cespedes. But the problem is, we don't need another Yoenis Cespedes. When you look at this lineup top to bottom, we're going to talk offense right now, and then I'm going to get to defense. On the offensive side, this guy just adds to the problem. This whole entire team, 1 through 8, every single player is a yuppie, pull-happy hitter. The OPS of the left fielder, which is on-base plus slugging percentage, is around, I think 690 or something like that for left field. When you're a league average, you want to be up near about like the 780 range. For this team right now, this only adds to the problem. This is a guy that's going to be swing, hit, or miss, and the guy's strikeouts are rampant. We needed someone that could actually move along the whole entire batting order, someone that can maybe even provide a little bit of speed, but I wanted someone that was a 300 hitter. The biggest problem, though, that the Mets face at this time is that this guy is just another outfielder. We have 4 corner outfielders right now. As you were mentioning before, Conforto, the guy, we can't just be throwing him to center field. It's going to be awful. I mean, the guy can't even move around. But then the problem is, in left field, you've got Yoenis, who cannot play whatsoever in center field because he only has his arm out there, and he wants to command this huge contract.
Can I just interrupt for a second?
Of course.
There's breaking news.
We got hot takes, hot news?
This is awful news. Okay, 2 things. Real quick. Okay. John Neese back to the Mets and deal. Okay.
Oh.
I think this is terrible. Again, I really am not satisfied in this deadline. John Neese, their starting pitcher. That's who they got back.
Well,
John Neese.
What did we get for peanuts? That's the thing. It's just
the thing is, it doesn't matter. Are we paying him or what? Are we paying John now? Why are we wasting this money on John Neese? John frickin' Neese. Honestly, John Neese. John Heyman is reporting that, Neese. Honestly, the guy. I hate the guy. Not only that, but we gave up Dilson for Bruce, right? I'm not against giving up Dilson, besides I love him. But you know what? The Mets were balking at Milwaukee deals because they were asking for Dilson. So the question is, you would have rather had the Brewers. You would have rather given Dilson to the Brewers than the Reds. Because again, when Dilson was off limits, that's what the Brewers were asking for, Dilson plus. And it looks like the Reds got Dilson plus. So at the end of the day, would you have rather had Bruce or would you rather have had Lucroy? I mean,
obviously Lucroy. I mean,
exactly.
The guy hits over 300, and he's a catcher as well. Travis d'Arnaud has just been a black hole upon the lineup.
So the problem is that, there you go. And you know what else? Not Lucroy, I'm sorry. Bruce, he's a left-handed bat. I mean,
we have enough lefties.
These guys, this is insane. I mean, what is this? Honestly, this is just, and listen, the show, again, I'll admit, like right now, it's a little off right now. It is, because we have to constantly be on our phones because we don't even know the details of stuff. The deadline just ended 11 minutes ago when the show started. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, everyone is just freaking out. We don't know any details about the John Neese trade. We don't know any details about almost anything. I can't wait. Sandy's addressing the media, by the way. We're going to see. Maybe he's going to clear some things up because it's crazy. I'm happy they made moves for bats, right? I am happy. I just think it could have been way better spent. And John Neese coming back, honestly, again, I would have gone internally. I thought these were the coupons. I thought these were the guys who cheap.
Some men just want to watch the world
burn.
You
know what else? Listen, they're cheap and everything, but you got to spend your money wisely, okay? You're spending your money on John Neese.
John Neese.
Neese.
I mean, he went to the Pirates to try to get
He
fix
sucked.
on his corrections. That's the one team with their whole entire pitching organization that can fix any type of pitcher.
John
Neese has a 5.6 ERA
John
with
freaking
them.
Neese. I can't. I swear. if the Mets are taking all money, because this money could be used for like Cespedes or any of the starting pitchers, and you bring back freaking Neese. You could have gotten
Logan Verrett is more worthwhile than having John Neese.
He's better than Neese.
You can get Gabriel Ynoa.
What are you using Neese for? I'm gonna lose my voice. John Neese. Everyone, John Neese is back. I'm losing my mind.
I don't get it because like you can at least go out for a reliever, like address the needs that this team has. I don't know what they're trying to do right now. I don't know if they're just trying to keep the team afloat and try to put on some face right now and maybe try again next year. I have no idea what they're trying to go for, man.
Dude, I have no idea. Again, like this is all breaking. Neese, though, there's no details. I don't know what's going on.
Tell us how you truly feel about Neese. Seriously.
No, honestly, no, I'm serious. Like, for what? Is he starting? Is he bullpen? I wouldn't even. All right, I'll tell you this. I'll admit right now. If it's for bullpen, I'll take it back. But if he's starting over Verrett, and I'm not even that big on Verrett, but if he's starting over Verrett, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. Honestly, he badmouthed the Mets when he left too.
Mm-hmm.
He badmouthed the Mets. So for Bastardo, just breaking now for Bastardo.
So he's got to be lefty out of the pen. He's gonna be lefty out of the pen. That's
bullpen
it.
for now, but could start. Okay. I'm taking it back. I'm calming down. Everybody breathe. I thought he was going to start. I really don't think he should be starting. I'm happy. So it's Bastardo. So what do you think about that? I mean, Bastardo wasn't that great.
Bastardo, the reason why Bastardo was not that good is because it was in a time when the market was saturated with relievers. But the saturation of the market was very, very oddly constructed because every single reliever was getting this enormous, absolutely absurd contracts. We signed him for what, like 2 years, around like $20 million, maybe even more, 3 years. So it's not even worth it to be having that.
Unreal.
I'm surprised that they didn't get even a better reliever. I mean, there's been connections between. There's Joe Smith that was out in LA Angels who went to the Cubs. Then you've got Will Smith of the Brewers, who has been a phenomenal closer for the past couple of years, and Jeremy Jeffress, who's now included in the Lucroy deal with the Rangers.
No,
I don't understand
honestly,
what the Mets are trying to accomplish here at this trade deadline. I mean, they're just trying to make a splash and hope maybe we can get that fire going from last year. I don't know. Tell me about it.
By the way. Listen, just another thing, because so much comes out at once. This is why. Like, this is the most unorganized episode you're ever going to hear. Because just came out, guess who was just DFA'd?
Who?
Juan Uribe. Let's get him. Let's get on it. You know what?
Himself.
While we're bringing the boys back together, right? We already brought back Neese.
We got Kelly Johnson.
Yeah, we got Kelly Johnson. And you know what? No, seriously. I'm not even trying to say sarcastically. Let's actually bring him back. I liked him a lot. And he could, off the bench. I mean, they called up, they called up Matt Reynolds. They called up Matt Reynolds.
No, DFA Diaz. All right.
DFA Diaz.
Hashtag
DFA Diaz. Honestly, I really did like Uribe. I thought, he's a veteran and he was like funny, but he actually did produce too. It wasn't bad. So, listen, I would bring him back. I don't know. Listen, the Mets will worry about that in like 10 days or so, but all these moves are happening. We have no idea. We know a lot. There's a lot to cover today. We even have Yankee stuff, but the Mets stuff just keeps rolling in right now. I don't know what.
The hits keep coming, man. I can't take it anymore.
Now, listen. Jay Bruce, the logic, right? Some of the logic was...
There's no logic.
We got to be fair. We have to be fair here. Some of the logic was if the Mets can't re-sign Cespedes when he opts out, then Jay Bruce will be there because he's going to be there for $13 million next year.
Yeah, it's a team option, so of course they're going to pick that up.
So he's going to be there. So but even if Cespedes does stay, he still works. You could still run him out and right all day. So here's the thing. The Mets held on to Nimmo and Conforto. I mean, even Conforto spoke up in trade talks. So this was an out-of-the-line, crazy deadline, and I'm glad Conforto's here. I guess I'm not that. I mean, listen, I don't hate Nimmo, but I mean, Nimmo was just demoted. You gotta send him back. These guys gotta play every day, right?
No, Nimmo is essential because, like, with these four corner outfielders, you need someone to man center to do spells, especially with Juan Lagares out for 6 weeks with thumb surgery. There's got to be someone there that can. I mean, think about this. We have such foul ball pitchers. I mean, we are number 4 overall in the starting rotation for strikeouts for starting rotation, which is good because it takes off a lot of pressure off the defenders, also known as FIP stat, fielding independent stats, which only calculates home runs, walks, and strikeouts. See, the Mets are superb in that way. But still, when you look at Jay Bruce, he is a detriment to the defense. He is actually acknowledged to many statistical categories that he is actually terrible for the team, that he makes it worse than actually what we're trotting out there. And I thought this defense couldn't get any worse.
Yeah, the defense is already bad. That's why there's a lot of things that make sense. Now, listen. There is one good saving grace to Bruce. And apparently, and listen, I haven't seen it because I don't watch this guy every day, but apparently he's clutch.
Yeah, he is.
And he hits with runners in scoring position. And he has better,
Oh, you want to talk about runners in scoring position,
apparently
dude?
he's
We're
good.
at 202.
Yeah.
202 average,
That,
which is
by
the
the way,
worst since 1969 San Diego
Yeah,
Padres.
honestly.
That is impossible. That was an expansion team. That was their first year. Yeah. This is historically awful, man.
It's historically bad. And, you had to just think it was. That's why, listen, like I'm losing my mind. This deadline sort of doesn't make any sense because, again, that must be the only reason why they went after him. And listen, if he hits with runners in scoring position, think about it. If the Mets were just a little bit better offensively, we would be in first right now. So, you know what? It's good. If Bruce is clutch, if Bruce could hit RBIs, let's go. But here's the thing. Bruce and Cespedes in the same lineup, I like it. I do like it.
Oh, yeah, it provides protection for Cespedes.
so-
It's something that's been desperately needed.
So here's the thing. Here's what I'm doing. I'm benching Grandy, okay? Sorry, bro. I'm benching you, okay? and Terry's not going to
No, his on-base percentage is his only thing, and it's been awful this season.
And listen,
he's not getting the walks. He's not drawing them, and he looks lost out there at the plate. It seems like he's trying to fan the crowd.
Let me just say, again, I'm serious. Conforto or Nimmo, pick one. Got to play every day. Got to play every freaking day. I will go to Terry Collins. You're a freaking idiot.
You need to develop these guys. Conforto has proven to show that you need to have him play every day so that he gets in a rhythm and in sync.
The guy isn't getting developed at all. And you know what? Again, we're going to have to take a commercial break, but I hope you come back. Ace at the plate.
Let's
we
try
have so
douse
much
these
to talk
fires,
about.
guys. All right.
This is it, guys.
So eat some dessert. Participate in the Healthy Dessert Contest. Bring a homemade healthy dessert with the recipe on Thursday, August 4th at 7 p.m. at the Bayville Free Library. Desserts will be rated and prizes will be awarded. To register, call Aaron Bach at 516-628-2765 or visit bayvillefreelibrary.org. The community calendar is a public service from your friends at 88.1 FM and WCWP.org.
Like what you hear? Here's how you can let us know. Give us a call at 516-299-2626 or email us at info@wcwp.org. Like us at facebook.com/mywcwp and leave a comment. Or tweet us at mywcwp. We welcome all kinds of feedback. And if you'd like to give back, visit wcwp.org and click on the support tab. Thanks for listening from your friends at 88.1 FM and wcwp.org.
Opinions are like mothers. Everyone has one. Share your opinions and join Anna Karsavos in a book chat of Elizabeth Strout's novel, My Name is Lucy Barton, a moving mother-daughter relationship story. It takes place on Monday, August 8th at 1 p.m. in the Plainview Old Bethpage Public Library. For more info, call 516-938-0077 or visit poblib.org. The Community Calendar is a public service from your friends at 88.1 FM and WCWP.org.
You're listening to Ace at the Plate on WCWPSports.org.
All right, we're back, and boy, we were just talking about this on the break. The problem is with why, listen, I would love to trade Herrera for Lucroy, but obviously that didn't happen, and that's a problem. And we traded for Bruce. But here's the thing. We let Murphy go for what? We let Murphy go because we had Herrera. We had Herrera in the lineup. And what happened, man? I mean, now he's gone. And we don't have a potential second baseman. We just let Murphy walk for almost no reason. I mean, he would have resigned here. He would have if we offered him money, I guarantee you. So now we lost out on MVP. We lost out on future prospect. And we got Jay Bruce back. Okay, it wouldn't be as painful if we got Lucroy, all-star catcher, maybe best in the game. But no, you got Jay Bruce. And listen, Jay Bruce, he's not the worst guy ever. But come on, he's not Lucroy, okay? He's not Cespedes. He's freaking Jay Bruce, okay? He's Jay Bruce. So I don't know. What do you think, man? I don't agree. I don't agree with what happened.
I just don't understand what the mentality is of the Mets upper echelon of their organization. I mean, when you're looking at Dilson Herrera, you know that down the line, even just next year, even in August, this guy could be a dynamic, like a dynamo, coming up here in August to make sure that this team gets the speed that it needs, it gets that youthful injection, that top to bottom to this lineup, that he can keep it chugging along and keep it moving so that we don't get those unnecessary outs. And right now, I just don't see where this future is going. I really don't. This whole entire lineup, like, it's just the same exact thing, player to player. It just adds onto the problem. It doesn't fix any holes. I'm baffled. I'm speechless. For once in my goddamn life, I'm speechless.
I'm really, really, really just. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm like literally. You saw my face, and it's just like almost uncannily.
No, you've got the
shocked.
stereotypical Mets
You know,
fan, like from like 07 to like 2010, just like the shock in the face, just like.
I'm just like I don't know what to think about this, honestly, at this point. I mean, like, I've been venting, but we have to see how it plays out. I mean, that at the end of the day, is it going to play out well? We need to let it play out, but just so much happened, man.
It just seemed like that the Mets could have gone for a cheaper option and used maybe Dilson to get like a more significant piece or an upgrade.
yeah,
I don't
you
know,
could've
like a
used
Matt Moore of like the Tampa Bay Rays,
You
or
could've
maybe even
used
Jake
Dilson.
Odorizzi there.
You could have used him for so many other things, but you used him for Bruce. Like, again,
The thing is, well, we're devastated now. Like, I mean, if we're looking at our minor league system across all of
gone.
baseball, it's pathetic. I mean, like, we have nothing to look forward to except for maybe Rosario, who's a couple years away at best. Dom Smith, whose power's just starting to develop. And even then, I can't even name many of the other guys out there. And compared to other teams and what they're offering, it's just like, yeah, these are actually Major League ready players that can actually make an impact, whether it's going to be in a couple years or right now. And the Mets, the future's looking pretty bleak.
Okay, this is live 16 seconds ago, so we're breaking it, dude. This is just how we do it. Sandy is saying that Jose Reyes and Gavin Ciciliani, I'm going to have to learn how to say this guy's name,
Cecchini.
provide second base options for next year with Herrera gone. You know what? I want Cicchini, all right, at second base next year. I don't want Walker next year, okay? I don't.
Well, the problem is, like, do we offer him the qualifying offer? Because that's the only way we can get these draft prospects back. That's the only way you can build back up the system.
That's the problem,
but it's a
man.
dangerous
It's
move.
Really, really bad. Oh my gosh.
Well,
the
for
best picture on the internet just surfaced. I don't know. You watched Loudmouth, right?
Yes.
Did you ever watch it? Okay, just look at this picture. Just real quick. I'm sorry.
Is that
This
Howie?
No, that's Adam.
Oh
do you know
my
his
God,
rant?
Adam Ruman.
Do you know?
Jesus.
Do you know his rant? You don't know his rant,
Not.
do you?
Form the crowd, my man.
Okay, so his rant was that he would drive John Neese to the airport to get out of here. And now that's a picture of him driving him back. He used to have these giant rants about it. But anyway, that's just off topic. It's just, man, I am really, really, first of all, forget it, man. The farm is decimated. The farm got killed. Farm got murdered, okay? All the pigs are dead. Okay?
Well, no. They're banking on the qualifying offers. For those of you out there who do not know what a qualifying offer is a player in the last year of his contract, if the team extends a 1-year qualifying offer, which last year was at $15.4 million, this year is projected to go up to $16.5, I believe, then that player, if he denies that one qualifying offer, then whatever team he signs with, they have to give him their first-round draft pick.
By the way,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but Max Woto was also announced to be going to the Reds. I have no idea. Who cares? I don't know if you know him. Do you know him?
Max Wetzel, he was like, I think, single A type of reliever pitcher.
Nothing we lost.
Nothing that's substantial. It's
Okay.
not like Mike Fulmer from last year with
I'm
Cespedes.
just bringing the details as they
I
come.
mean, if it was Gabriel, I would have been kind of,
Yeah.
shocked and
Also,
pissed off. Why didn't they bring him up? Maybe is that the plan now?
Maybe
bring him up and we have
should've
John
been the
Neese
plan.
replace Antonio Bastardo.
Again, more breaking news. Jay Bruce, sorry, not John frickin' Neese. Jay Bruce says, I'm coming to contribute. I'll play wherever you want me to play. That's what he said. Listen, I mean, that's a good attitude. You better have that attitude. We're going to have John
Right, can he
Neese
throw
now.
right? Can he bat right?
We don't know anymore. Listen, this guy,
Just a
Jay Bruce, man. But we could always put Reyes at second.
But that's 1 year stopgap. You
Yeah, it
can't
is.
keep doing that. You
But
just can't
then
keep plugging
Sandy-
holes
but
and
then
then hope the ship
Sandy
does not
said-
sink.
Sandy said, Cicchini, that's him. That's the guy. We're going to have to look him up now. I mean, he was the first round pick, but I heard he was like, well, he's good offensively, but he's a bust defensively. I don't care. That's good with me. I don't know. I don't know that much about him, to be honest. But, it was like slated. Dilson could have just came up to second. And by the way, now this team, even though they don't have really speed, I mean, they got no speed still. There's no speed on this team. This is a big problem. With Reyes out, No one's running.
No, and you need that aggressiveness. I mean, even Keith was talking about this. Like, it's not just as an old school mentality. It's about putting that pressure upon the pitcher's mind so that they make the mistakes. You force them to make the mistakes. We saw that happen when Noah Syndergaard, he balked. Right because, Nolan Arenado was just doing a little shimmy on the second base paths. Not even stealing a base yet. See, that's the problem with this team is that they're trying to do it we got this power, which we've been missing for years. But as we've seen, you can't lead the league in home runs while being dead last and runners in scoring position.
Better. Because that's why we got him, right? Runners in scoring position. We got him for that. He better be clutch when he comes to the Mets, or there's going to be a riot.
I have a feeling we're going to be greatly disappointed in that regard.
Do you really? I don't know, man. This is the thing. Grandy's got to be bent. If I see Grandy starting in center field every day, I'm driving up to Citi Field and I'm gonna slap Terry Collins in the face. I'm gonna just slap him in the face. He's stupid. If you're starting Granderson instead of Conforto or Nimmo every day, just quit baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Quit baseball. I mean, that's the thing though. Terry. I know Terry. He's going to start Grandy. He's going to, and I hope it proves me
Because he
wrong.
wants those veterans in the lineup.
The veterans, they're so important, and veterans are important.
It's like the thing is, I think he's clashing with the front office because he wants to have this veteran mentality, but the front office is all about sabermetrics and numbers.
Well, we need to go with sabermetrics and numbers, man. I mean, that's the point. I mean, it's just, listen, I know you know that, but we need to go with the young guys. We need to, and I'm not saying just because of their age, but Granderson isn't even producing this much. I mean, if Granderson was red hot, then maybe, but he's not. So we got young guys that need to be developed. This is the future. This is the franchise right here. Mm-hmm. This is Conforto. And listen, that's not a problem. One of them could go to AAA and play every day. Honestly, it could be Conforto. He hasn't even been playing that well.
No, the thing is they're trying to put it like a square piece into a round hole. There's no way that you can put Conforto into center field. Did you see him? It looks like he's just trying to do a pirouette out there, and he's just let's try to find it in the sun.
This is what you do, okay? And this might be the way of this idea popped into my head, and I don't know how well it's going to play out, but this is what might be the Mets do. If, let's just say the Mets can't re-sign Cespedes, right? Then they're just going to play it as Conforto in left, Nimmo in center, and then you have Bruce in right.
Wait, so you have Cespedes in left, Nimmo in center?
No, let's just say, I'm talking about in the offseason. Maybe
yeah.
This is what motivated them. If they can't get Cespedes, then maybe they start 17 with Nimmo, Conforto, and Bruce, which I don't know how well that's going to bode with Mets fans. Again, this is just me speculating if that's what they're trying to do. But because these guys got to play. Some of these guys got to play every day or most of the days. And I don't think I think one of them, Nimmo and Conforto, has to be demoted. One of them. Is it just me? I think that one of them has to be demoted because they're not going to play every day.
I mean, the problem is, Nimmo, I completely understand because of his defensive repertoire.
I think he should stay. I think it should be Conforto that gets demoted for a little while.
Yeah, Conforto, because you keep that back on, keep it nice and hot, and with this team, with this slate of injuries, one's going to be popping up soon enough that he's going to be called back up.
Oh, he's going to be back. I'm not doubting Conforto. I'm just saying for now, I'd rather him play every day, find his swing, right? And then we have Nimmo, who's good defense. I think he's pretty good defensively. And who knows, Nimmo might not be a bust. I mean, we all thought he was. He's been playing well. He's been clutch. I mean, that's not a bust in my eyes.
And the kid always has a wicked smile on his face.
Listen,
when you see him play, you feel like you're in your youth again. You're like, all right, we got hope.
We don't want to judge this
team.
guy because, he barely has gotten playing time. And from the playing time he's gotten, he seemed like a pretty good prospect. I think if they actually gave him an opportunity to start in center every day, it would be good. And hopefully, I honestly think he should be playing over Grandy in center. I mean, he should be playing over Conforto in center. Conforto should be sent down. Should be Nimmo. I mean, let's get real here. Let's go for it. Again, we did our trades, right? We got Bruce, whatever. You traded Herrera, whatever. This is what you do. Now that you have that, you call up Ynoa, and you just let Nimmo play every day in center field. I think that's a good idea. Go in internally. Just go in, develop Conforto. You'll be developing both of their players. These are the guys for the future. Again, you're going to have Loney raking. He's been so amazing. And then you have Walker, who's been hot lately.
Yeah, I'm
He's
surprised.
He's been listening to the show.
Yeah.
I'm not going to rip him this week, because he's hot.
You
I'm fair.
berated him last
Yeah,
time.
I completely demasculated him, and he must have listened to the broadcast because now he's hot. Now I have good things to say about him. Do I want to see him as the starting second baseman next year? No, but we'll see. I mean, we'll just have to see if he could turn his season around right now in this second half. I'm rooting for him. Because if he could turn it around, then we could offer him a qualifying offer, and then he won't take it. We get the prospect. Because if we offer him a qualifying offer if the season ended today, he'd probably take it. And that is bad.
No, because he's getting to the age range right now where he wants to secure like a Daniel Murphy type of contract.
I know, but it's just like.
I mean,
what
it's
team
tempting
is
when
gonna
you
pick
get
him up?
16.5 offered in your face for 1 year.
What team is gonna take this guy? I don't know, man. He's been a bum. I mean, there's got to be a team.
Well, no,
out there.
I mean, infield, like, I'm actually, no, the slate of infield has actually really increased this year considerably at shortstop, especially. But at second base, you can always use a second baseman.
Listen, we'll see what happens, man. But I'm just really, I'm concerned, man. I'm concerned about this deadline. Like last deadline, we were confident. I was confident. I walked out. We got Cespedes. It was like it was a rock.
Well, but it's similar to last year. It's really funny because the team's dead last since the All-Star break in scoring runs per game. Like, this offense can't do anything. It's last in runners in scoring position. And it's just like, it seems like it's the same old story that's
It's
repeating itself.
uncanny,
But
man.
I just don't think that's going to have the same magical effect that it did last year.
It's
It just
because
last year, every
Bruce-
piece fit in perfectly.
It's because of Jay Bruce. Listen, if Bruce has this historic season, then something's going on. All right, because, like, honestly, listen, he's leading the league in RBIs. I mean, let's not discredit him as much as we are.
Well, that's because he has Joey Votto hitting in front of him, who is an on-base machine. Like, the
Yeah.
guy is on base every 40% of the
That's
time.
why if the Mets could get on base in front of this guy might be your cleanup. This guy might be your, I don't know what this guy could be. He could be, I don't know. What do you think? Where do you think Terry's going to bat this guy?
No, he's going to be batting fourth. I'm going to project that Cespedes is third. And if he really wants to get like Joe Madden-esque, where you get creative and you're like, you know what, this might work, maybe you could try Nimmo in the leadoff spot. Because the kid's shown that he
Yeah,
can hit the
let's
ball
do it.
and he's got
Let's do
great control of the strike zone. And then maybe second,
All right.
James Loney maybe. I don't know about him.
Dude,
He's
listen,
not the
James Loney,
fastest
by
guy,
the
but he's
way-
like a Dan Murph, like
Listen,
where he can
man.
keep getting the hits.
He's been so good. Like, he's been so.
Oh, he's been the greatest
If
acquisition I think Sandy Alderson's
If
ever
Duda
done.
starts, I am going to lose it. I'm going to lose it on Terry Collins. I'm going to lose it. If Duda comes back and just gets his job back, I am going to absolutely lose it on Terry Collins. I will rip him I will roast him like a pig over a fire. Loney has been so good, right? It would be criminal. And again, it's just because I guess Loney's a veteran too, but I don't know, man. It's such a Terry Collins move to bench someone who's red hot. It's just it's trademark. He benched Flores after 6 hits in a game or whatever in 2 games.
Oh, yeah, no, he had
benched
4 home
Flores.
runs in 5 games.
And-
It's
and he
you know what? I
benches
think it's time to
Flores.
sit down.
I mean, what is up with this guy? Seriously, if we don't, I know we signed him for 2 years, and I love him in a way. He's got a good personality. He's like a hot girl. All right, good person. Nice bod, I guess, but he has a nice. Actually, no, that's not. He's like an ugly girl. He's like an ugly girl. Not a
I
nice
was like,
body.
oh, man,
not
I didn't
a
know
nice,
you got an old man fetish.
not
but,
not a nice
learn
body.
new things every day.
Not a nice body, not a nice face, but a nice personality. That's literally what Terry Collins is, except replace the body and face with.
I don't know, he's got this
Bad
certain
man
je ne sais
Jordan.
quoi that for some
He's
reason.
really a nice guy. I would love to have a beer with him, honestly, but he's just not a good manager. I don't like. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes he just makes boneheaded moves. I just think some of the moves are so boneheaded.
Like, what are you talking about? Like putting in a
Lineup-wise,
reliever, or are you talking about
lineup-wise.
when he puts in
Well,
guys
both.
and
I mean, sometimes he'll put in relievers. Sometimes he'll just put in the reliever at bad spots. Sometimes the lineups are just out of whack. I mean, sometimes they're just really out of left field.
yeah.
It's just disappointing sometimes when you see the lineup. I don't know why. I mean, listen, now I would want Cespedes batting third, but why wasn't Cespedes batting cleanup for this whole month? It was Loney batting cleanup, and Loney.
And with his quad, he's not going to be running man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm really confused about it. It's just like you want him there just to be providing you that power.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with Terry Collins. I don't know what goes through his head. I have no idea. He's a mystery case. By the way, we haven't checked Twitter in a while because there's my phone's probably blowing up with breaking news. But yeah, and I mean, listen, this was just the Mets talk. Now tonight we have Mets and Yankees playing, And the Yankees, dude.
Well, 3 days ago it would have looked like a great matchup. Not gonna lie.
Dude, now the Yankees gave us a big-time break because now we don't have to face Beltran. Beltran's gone. And we're going to talk about that.
You don't have to face Andrew Miller. You don't have to face Chapman.
And here's the thing. Beltran, now we're going to talk about Beltran just real quick because it's going to be about the Mets the rest of the way because I'm freaking fired up. But I just got to get this in there real quick. Beltran traded a rent. Well, now it would be like a rental for the Rangers for the 4th pick in the draft last year. He's throwing upper 90s in single A. However, he's got a 5.40 ERA.
Wait, what's his name?
His name is something. It starts with a J, man. No, Tate. Something Tate.
Oh, Tate. Yes.
So, a lot of Yankee fans weren't happy with that trade on Twitter, from what I received. But it's a good move, man.
They're in rebuild mode
They're
right now.
gonna
It's
be,
perfect.
If they have so many prospects that are like number 1 guys. I mean, they're building for the future. 10 years from now or so, the Mets are gonna be in the deep hole, and the Yankees. These guys who I'm mentioning are gonna be stars. Wow, some of these guys that they really got some prospects this time.
They're like the Phoenix, man. They burn it all down, and they'll rise from the ashes stronger than ever.
They completely went on rebuild mode. Talk about that. I mean, wow. I honestly think no, they didn't get fleeced. I didn't think the Rangers get fleeced. I mean,
The Rangers have a deep system, though. They
Yeah.
have the ability to do that. That's
I mean,
why. That's why I think they're getting Lucroy as well right now.
I mean, they got some people from the Cubs farm. They got people from the Rangers farm, and I mean, these are high prospects. These are huge guys. So, wow. I just honestly, listen, good for the Yankees. That's good for them.
Good for you guys.
Good for you guys. We're the Kings in New York for now, but I just wanted to say because listen, we're gonna talk about whatever we want, but I would feel bad if we would just leave the Yankees on the sideline. But they're not the Kings in New York. We're talking about the Kings. We're talking about the New York Mets.
The Kings from Queens. Let's go.
So again, John Neese is coming to the Mets. Where are you gonna even put him in the relief? He's not gonna be a big.
No, he's gonna be
part, is he? What do you
situational lefty.
think?
He's gonna be a lefty one-out guy that comes out of the bullpen. That's the only situation I can trust him in. I mean, we saw actually last year in the World Series in the playoffs. He was pretty decent outside the bullpen, But dear God, do not let him touch the mound in the first inning. For the love of God, no matter what you do.
Honestly, it's gonna be huge to see. And the lineup's out. Oh no, this is potential. I hate when people do this, but yeah, this is just.
You got catfished again.
I got catfished. So there we go. I mean, that was. What would you rate the deadline for the Mets? Do you have a rating?
I give it a 4.
Give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Because there's optimism, but
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 10. Okay?
all right, you're more optimistic than me. I like
That's still bad. That's still really bad. The only reason why I'm
it.
giving
I don't know. We're Mets fans. We think that the Earth's falling, the sky's
The
falling every
only
single day, man. We're
reason-
Chicken Little.
the only reason for the 0.5 is that I don't know. I got a feeling about Bruce. I got a feeling MVP right now. I don't know why, dude. Like the false hope is real right now. Why do I have a feeling that he is gonna if like let's just say we have a good leadoff guy, we're gonna finally hit some 2-run home runs. So why do I just have that?
I don't know. Maybe Jose comes back is really what makes the whole entire lineup click.
He's not. It's not like he has what's he batting? I think he's batting like 250.
He's batting 265. He was up to about
Right.
270
I
about like
mean,
a week ago.
And
Just
by
had
the
like a
way,
little
he's
stretch.
hitting 277 on the road. A lot of people were saying that, he's bad as he plays in Cincinnati, but he's hitting better on the road, so that's not really an excuse. And he's going to come, and hopefully, listen, he's going to be here next year. I mean, the Mets are taking that option, so let's get used to this guy. Let's see how it goes. I'm excited. I really am.
I'm excited. I'm just nervous, man,
I'm
because he went
nervous.
from that hitter's mecca, it's known as
Who knows? Maybe this guy, Shishini,
Jetgini.
listen, he was the number 1 pick. I mean,
He's not a
people are-
toolsy player.
what's going on with him?
He's
Is
not a
he-
toolsy player. Like at shortstop, he's graded kind of not so well for his
mean-
defensive skills. But that's why you can shift him over to second base, and the guy still has the potential.
He could learn second, right? That's not like a big deal. He could learn second. And I hear he has a good bat though. I really.
Oh yeah,
do
no,
hear
he's
that.
got quick through the strike zone. That thing's like lightning
You know
coming
what?
across.
He
It's just like a flaming sword that he can strike hot, man.
Like we're gonna talk about this when we come back from the break. However, it's almost like he was the odd man out to now he's a big part in the
Yeah,
organization.
like
After
everyone was
this
just like,
trade,
you know what? He's
he
a spare
transformed.
part.
But we're going to go to break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk all about this stuff. So stay tuned.
Life is short, so eat some dessert. Participate in the Healthy Dessert Contest. Bring a homemade healthy dessert with the recipe on Thursday, August 4th at 7 p.m. at the Bayville Free Library. Desserts will be rated and prizes will be awarded. To register, call Aaron Bach at 516-628-2765 or visit bayvillefreelibrary.org. The community calendar is a public service from your friends at 88.1 FM and WCWP.org.
Like what you hear? Here's how you can let us know. Give us a call at 516-299-2626 or email us at info@wcwp.org. Like us at facebook.com/mywcwp and leave a comment. Or tweet us at mywcwp. We welcome all kinds of feedback. And if you'd like to give back, visit wcwp.org and click on the support tab. Thanks for listening from your friends at 88.1 FM and wcwp.org.
Opinions are like mothers. Everyone has one. Share your opinions and join Anna Katsavos in a book chat of Elizabeth Strout's novel, My Name is Lucy Barton, a moving mother-daughter relationship story. It takes place on Monday, August 8th at 1 p.m. in the Plainview Old Bethpage Public Library. For more info, call 516-938-0077 or visit poblib.org. The community calendar is a public service from your friends at 88.1 FM and WCWP.org.
You're listening to Ace at the Plate on WCWPSports.org.
So what we were talking about is Shishini, right? Up until, like, let's just go back in time. He was drafted. I think he was Sandy's first pick, by the way, ever.
Really?
Yeah. So as a Met general manager, I think it was his first pick. Anyway, he was drafted, shortstop, and basically Rosario came up. Like they signed Rosario like maybe a year or two later, and he sort of dethroned Shishini immediately. And then Shishini was like, wow, it's almost like where, he's just going to play shortstop, I guess. Like, they still had him playing shortstop. We didn't know. It was sort of like buying time. He's in AAA right now, but he's playing shortstop. So we don't know. Now we were talking about him being a trade chip last week, but now he's Dilson Herrera status. Now I need to get hyped on this kid. I really don't know much about him except that he has a good bat and he's bad at defense. That's all I heard.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, at shortstop, when the rule of mantra is when you're a shortstop and as you age, such as the case of Jose Reyes, that you shift him over to third base or second base because it requires less range or requires less of that quick twitch reaction. So for him to shift over from shortstop to second base, it's not that big of a deal. If anything, actually, it'll improve his defensive output. I mean, right now for him farming at like AA, he's not that good at shortstop.
Yeah.
But his bat, like, his power is going to manifest itself in more than like doubles than homers, But like, he's very, very good at contact through the zone. He's got the quick bat that can get through there very nice and quickly, but like, he's not a toolsy prospect. He's like kind of like a Dan Murph, if you want to look at it that way.
All right,
if you want to look at the positive outcomes here, it's kind of like,
it
what?
Actually is.
He's
Except
very,
Murph came
very
up as a
much like
third
Dan
baseman,
Murph.
But you know what? Actually, that's the best analogy I've heard all day. That's actually true because Murphy came up as a third baseman, then there was a hole blocking him, and they just put him at second. This guy is the next Daniel Murphy. Well, I mean, listen, he's our reason now. He has to be our reason. Why didn't we trade Murphy? We have Dilson. Now we have Cicchini or whatever. I'm going to have to I'll learn it when he's hitting those home runs. I'll learn it. But this is just a really this deadline again was just down to the teeth, man. This was down to the moment. I mean,
by the skin of your teeth.
It
this
really
is coming
was
through.
It was just down to the wire, and it was like that last year. And basically, what you got to do is make sure. Is Sandy is he playing ball? Is his moves gonna work out? We're gonna have to see. That's the thing. We can't guess. I mean, we can only guess. We can't tell you anything really. The games have got to start. All I know, this is it right now. This is it. We're investing in Nimmo. Seriously. You know what? Let's give him his shot now. But if I was Terry Collins, I'd give him his shot now. That's what I would do. Give Nimmo a shot right now. I mean, listen, he doesn't have to be crazy. He doesn't have to be the Cespedes, but if he could hit a decent average, he's fine. we sort of already judged him before because the scouts, right? We were talking about this like 2 or 3 weeks ago. The scouts, but he was good when he played, and that's all that matters. Whatever the scouts say, BS. Who cares? At the end of the day, if he performs, he's playing, and we're gonna have to see what Terry Collins does. This is Terry frickin' Collins. All right. So we don't know what's gonna happen. We really, no idea. Listen, I'm optimistic still because I'm an optimistic person. Even though I gave this deadline 4.5, if Bruce produces, if Nimmo gets the start every day, we call up Yanoa. I mean, let's go all the way. World Series champs. Let's go. I'm already ready, bro.
I don't know. It's World Series or bust, but I don't know.
World Series or bust, but let's just, you know what? Like, it's already done, right? It's already done. YOLO. It's already done. Just breathe it in. You better embrace it, bro, because this is it. This is it.
Yeah, breathe it in. It's like
Breathe
carbon
it in.
monoxide seeping through, man.
This is it, bro. There's no saving grace going on over here, man. This is actually it. So we're gonna have to see. I mean, I can't believe it. I can't believe Sandy Alderson did what he did. We could have gotten a better relief help. There really could have been better relief help. I mean, let's be honest here. The relief help was really bad. We didn't get any. So
I mean, well, John Neese is going to be taking the place of Antonio Bastardo, who I kind of forgot was on the team for a little bit.
Dude,
Like, not gonna lie.
Bastardo sucked anyway, so it's not even that big of a deal. I made a big deal because I thought that he was starting, which we all did until Sandy announced that because he's the starting pitcher. He started for Pittsburgh, even though he did have that stint. It's just, again, it's absurd. It's just absurd that we didn't get enough relief help. And you can't get everything. Bill within.
But you cannot have enough pitching. That is a mantra that the whole entire league understands.
Can I just say this, man? Our pitching staff it went from, you know how that Drake song 0 to 100 real quick? It went in reverse, man. We were on top of the world.
We're the coup de grace of the league, man, and it just completely
We were the top. We were living high and mighty, and you know what happened? Just nothing, dude. Like, just now we got Harvey injured. We got hashtag Bone Spurs. We got Steven Matz is so inconsistent, by the way. I do love him. He's gonna be good, but he's very inconsistent. It's just we got people running the marathon on Syndergaard. This is a problem, dude. I'm scared. I'll tell you this though, Syndergaard and DeGrom, that's gonna be a good 1-2 punch right there in the playoffs.
Wait, I got a question for you. In a wild card, 1-game playoff, who do you send out there?
You see, it's so tough, but it's got to be Syndergaard no matter what.
Really?
Even though he's got the problems, he's been getting better. His presence, 6'6", right near the mound, bro. Whatever it is, bro. He's Noah Syndergaard. He's the ace. If his stuff is on, we won the wild card. If his stuff is on. Simple as that. Actually, here we go. Quote me now. Well, first of all, he's gonna have Tommy John surgery, so he can't start. But anyway, that's off August 23rd, which is coming.
It's coming up, man.
But
Doomsday,
anyway,
it's approaching.
But anyway, honestly, Jay Bruce walk off, wild card win. I'm already ready, and then everyone turns to Sandy and goes, "Yo, genius." I mean,
remember all that time we were crapping on you for all these moves?
For all these moves.
Yeah, about that.
Jay Bruce walk off, Mets go, and they advance all the way. All the way they go, and they just sweep the Cubs again because I hate them. And dude, I like, my voice is gone. My voice is gone. I'm just like, I feel I don't want to say this on the air, but I feel molested. I just like my mentally, I'm done. I'm physically beat. So much happened. It's like baseball overload. I love it. Like, this is what the show's about. We love this baseball overload, but. It's crazy. And we got the Mets-Yankees tonight. I don't even know who's starting. That's how into this I've been. Do you know who's starting? It's Verrett.
Yeah, it's Verrett.
I know for a fact it's
No
Verrett.
wonder that they haven't acknowledged it.
It's Verrett, actually. I do know for 100% it's Verrett. See the lineup. It's going to be a dead lineup on the Yankees. I'm going to be curious who the Yankees are running out there. Really? Who?
They've got
idea.
McCann left. They've got...
Well, they got rid of Beltran. He would have been
they've got them
scary.
Starlin Castro still around. You got Ref Schneider.
I mean, we're gonna face the Yankees. It's gonna be 4 games. Technically, it's 2 series, but I always count it as 1 series because like it's back to back. They're gonna be here in Queens, and I don't even know who's starting for the Yankees, to be honest.
Probably like Ivan Nova.
Oh, they
I'd
moved
say.
Nova. I forgot who they moved them to.
Wait, they
for
traded
what.
Nova?
Yeah, I don't know for where. It doesn't.
Oh,
matter.
it doesn't matter because Nova's just that atrocious. The
no,
only person they
he's
need to worry
awful.
about in that rotation is Tanaka and CC Sabathia, but I don't know. Since he's been sober, it's been a whole game changer.
Well, I mean, has he been good, man? I haven't.
CC
even-
Sabathia's not been that bad. I mean, to be honest, not his former dominant self, but he's been a very, very serviceable pitcher. You know, he's like a solid number 3 starting pitcher for any team across the league.
It's just, again, it's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. So, basically, okay, this is now breaking. The Mets have called Matt Reynolds to the majors. So, okay.
I guess they're hoping that Reynolds. I don't know.
I don't know what that is for. Whatever.
No, it's just some infield depth, you know.
Yeah.
Because you can't have Wilson. I mean, you can't have freaking Wilmer Flores playing every single position.
Collins on Bruce. He's gonna make a big impact. Yeah, you better.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Here he goes.
What else do you think he's gonna say? It's like, yeah, I don't know what to do with all these guys out here. Let me just put it together like a Jenga set, and then whoops, pulled out one piece and it all falls apart.
So, this is what's going on. So now the Mets have got in a situation on their hands. We just have to see what happens. By the way, more breaking news. It's just coming out, dude, all over the place. Duda has not been making progress at all in rehab.
I mean,
So,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it too. However,
I mean, I don't want the guy to be hurting, but I'm just saying for the team's prospects.
yeah, in risk of Terry Collins. Really, it's just a risk of Terry Collins. So there's that. And it's just, by the way, Uribe would love to get him in a few days. That would probably be a huge boost. Really, really, like losing Dilson, I'm sorry. For who we got, it's just not, I don't think it cuts it. But we'll see. We'll see. Only time will tell. Again, even just last night, Keith Hernandez was talking about Dilson Herrera.
And Keith doesn't talk about anyone in the minor leagues.
Dude, he doesn't talk about anyone but Dilson Herrera. And now he won't. He's gonna. have to
I'm looking
find-
forward to actually hear his comments on it. Nice.
Yeah.
It's absurd. It's absurd when you think about it.
I just listen. It's for the thing is right. We talked about it, but it's for Bruce, and Bruce is a lot. It's just a log jam.
Well, no, I mean the main takeaway from this is that just because he has that extra team controlled option for next year,
Yep.
and it's just literally to hedge your bets against having Yoenis leave for free agency, which is more than guaranteed. And in that respect, I can knock against it. And is Curse's contract up after this year?
No, it's
Oh.
after next year, unfortunately.
Oh, there we
So,
go. There we go.
It's after
Can
it's
he learn
after
first
next
base?
year.
Is that the next hope? I don't
Well,
know.
this is why he's got to get benched, bro. Because I mean, there's no room for him. He's not even good enough to start. So, by the way, the Yankee lineup is out. Gardner, Ellsbury, Teixeira, McCann, Didi.
It's not that bad of a lineup.
Castro, Headley, Ref Snyder, Sabathia. Mets should kill Sabathia tonight. I have a feeling they're just going to kill him.
It's really not that bad of a lineup.
It's not
It's just
that
that their
bad.
starting pitchers are nothing. I mean, they got Tyler Clipper to come in and help set up Dylan Potences. I mean, the team, it's interesting that they made this decision to go this way because they had been recently picking up standing
More breaking
ground in the
news.
wild card.
Breaking. Collins was just seen leaving the field cursing. The trainer was with him. Someone's hurt. Someone is definitely hurt now. This is just... doesn't
What
end.
is your boy Ramirez
Doesn't
doing
end.
down there, man?
Doesn't end. So what happened? People are joking, but we don't know who got hurt, but someone is hurt. If the trainer and Collins are out at left field, who's playing left field? Cespedes. Oh boy, this is left field. Collins was just seen left the field cursing. Oh, it wasn't on left field again. Sorry, I'm sorry. We're not on point today.
I think they're pumping gas into this room. I don't know what's going on.
I know. We're dying here, and man, it's just because literally today, we couldn't find it. You can't really find a story. You can't really prep that much. Because today's the deadline. This is one of the most hectic days in baseball. So you just need to. I mean, you gotta bite your bullet here. You just gotta go off the cuff. So I have to apologize if we sound all meh. But it's just crazy, man. I just can't even believe all the news that's going on. The Cubs are now okay. Let's move on to something now. Let's move into the big picture. So we got the Nats. What about the Marlins? Didn't they make some big moves?
Oh, yeah, they got
I
Andrew
don't know
Cashner from the
exactly.
San Diego Padres.
Don't like that move to me. I don't like it.
What, Cashman? No, it's a great move, man.
Really?
Yeah, he's a flamethrower, throws out big on the strikeouts. And if you can find his form from a couple years ago, then they've got a solid number 2 behind Jose Fernandez. And even then, they've got Adam Conley, who's in the starting rotation, who is a really, really good pitcher in his own right. Then you got Wei Yin Chen, who, if he can find his former dominance, we're looking at a team right now that could possibly outpace the Mets. And that's scary to think about. When you were looking at the Marlins in preseason, you're thinking,
So
best they could do is maybe second
We're
wild card.
2 games back from the wild card. if
Yes,
I'm
we
not
are.
mistaken.
2.5, I think.
Okay, so we're 2.5. So we're not completely buried, not yet, but we're gonna have to. Like I said last week, we had to step it up, and we had a terrible week. We had a terrible week since last Monday.
It was
Since
disheartening,
last
to say the
Monday,
least.
We were saying that we had to win. There were games that were blown. Familia's 2 blown saves. That's another Terry Collins thing. Why didn't Terry Collins give Familia a mental damage?
Have Addison Reed go out there. Addison Reed has a
That was that
1.4
one game,
ERA.
honestly. That's a Terry thing. That's a Terry Collins thing. It's just part of the
No,
Terry
it's his
thing.
title. He deserves to go out there. And
Yeah.
I'm sure Familia was like, dude, my arm is about to fall off. Please, give me
Yeah,
a break.
You got to give him a break.
I mean, Reed's been quietly one of the most dominant relievers in the game, actually, which is surprising considering his
Reed's been
control
great.
issues from
Reed's-
last year.
Reed has been really good. It's just that, again, that's old news. But this whole thing, this season is World Series of Bust, and I just can't believe the Mets. I wasn't even expecting them to go all in for the bat.
I mean, there's been so much bad karma that you have to believe some good karma is coming. I mean, there's been just a slew of injuries going across the whole entire team. And
By the
it's
way,
just
if
like
Jay
this-
Bruce is injured, the whole thing is out the window at this point. Because then it's just the team that it was. So
Yeah, minus
Jay
the-
Bruce is the big difference on the majors right now. We acquired Jay freaking Bruce. So listen, I'm gonna have to go watch some Bruce highlights. I don't know this guy that well. All I heard is that he's a lefty duda. That's literally
yeah.
That's what I've heard.
But a
And
little bit more clutch. And, no,
I
he's
think
got his
he probably hits more. He
inconsistencies.
probably hits more than Duda.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
that's the good news. He's got power. So more power. Hey, the Mets got a lot of that.
Yeah, right.
Right? They don't got any speed. They can't hit in the clutch, but they got power. So at least they could do that. Because home runs are everything in this game, which they
Right?
are, unfortunately. Like right now, everyone is so obsessed with the home
Well, no,
run.
this year the Power's really come back. Everyone beforehand was playing
Listen,
small
I
ball, but
love-
for some reason, Power's back up in the
Listen,
game.
I
I don't
like
know
the
what
home
roids
run.
they're finding.
You
They're
gotta-
pretty good.
You got to balance it because, the Mets built so much on this home run that when they don't hit home runs, they can't win. So that's the problem. They need more. That's why Loney is so good. That's why if Terry Collins benches Loney, I want Sandy Alderson to come downstairs and just say, "Get out of here. I'm gonna manage it. You're done." Because
Give him an open palm smack across the face and be like, wake up.
we'll see. I'm gonna give Terry and Sandy the benefit of the doubt. I did that last offseason. I didn't do it at the deadline because I didn't expect, we weren't contenders up until then, but I'm going to give Sandy Alderson and Terry Collins and the whole front office a complete pass until the end of the season, and I'm going to see what happens because we can't really, who knows? Now I could root against Herrera. Maybe he'll be a bust, Maybe he will be a bust. We never know. That's the thing with prospects. We made it a big deal that we could have gotten Lucroy instead, but Herrera might stink anyway. No one's guaranteed ever.
Oh,
It's just
prospects are like penny stocks, man.
Yeah,
it's just
dude.
that you have to hope that it pans out at some point.
doesn't matter.
Otherwise, meh.
It doesn't matter what anyone says, but unfortunately, guys, this is the end of the show. It's 5
We're at the end of the line.
It's 5 o'clock already. So much.
Where'd the
so
time
much-
go?
So much. It's the deadline, dude. So just to recap real quick, Mets facing the Yankees in 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
The deadline just passed. We're giving it around a 4.5 out of 10. Hopefully the moves work. That's all we can hope for.
Yeah.
So
We'll revisit in a week, guys. We'll talk about it.
let's
We'll figure it
just
out.
hope It's going to be a good week. Let me just call this right now. Jay Bruce, tomorrow, walk off.
Let's go, Mets, baby.
Yep, let's go, Mets.
Hey, all you non-for-profit organizations out there. If you're having trouble spreading the word about an upcoming event or the mission of your organization, your friends at WCWP are here to help. Send us information about your organization or event, and we'll do our best to put it on air. Contact us at info@wcwp.org or send your information to 720 Northern Boulevard, Brookville, New York, 11548. A message from your friends at 88.1 FM and WCWP.org.
Well, we both know that one good conversation is as good as another.
Oh, really? I'm not sure I can agree with that. But I do believe one good conversation can change your life forever.
So change your life forever. Just join our community of conversation. WCWP talks to the community from 10 to noon, weekdays on 88.1 FM and WCWP.org. If you love people who can keep the conversation going no matter what the topic is, arts and entertainment, senior social life, or current events, it's all here for you. Journey through your community with our conversation on 88.1 FM and WCWP.org.
The secret to good writing is to write, and keep on writing. Find out some more valuable writing secrets at The Writers Group. If you're a serious writer, come down for a lively exchange of ideas on the first Saturday of each month at the Glen Cove Public Library. For more info, call 516-676-2130 or visit glencovelibrary.org. The Community Calendar is a public service from your friends at 88.1 FM and WCWP.org.
WCWP. Brookville, 88.1 FM. LIU Post Public Radio. WCWP.org.